straight away. So about 15 meters out, as long as you got a true boot, is all the way through.
And there it is. So, yep.
Go ahead.
San Diego draws first blood on the Cooper's scoreboard. It's the San Diego Lions, 1 straight 6. Philadelphia Hawks, no score. Daniel, they just really kept it in. There was a good contest in here where they were able to punch the ball away from Brett Hester, and they kept it, and a good setup for Golson, who's really come on as one of their offensive targets this year.
That's right. The key there was they had a crummer right on the mark, and as soon as that ball hit the ground, the crummer picked it up, and he kept the ball going forward. Help your teammates. It's a team game out here, and if you miss it, your teammates got it, and you can just keep going forward. No one takes the glory individually. It's all a team here.
Brian Simkis, the man in the ruck for the Philadelphia Hawks, as the ball goes back in the air. Ball gets knocked down, and it comes out to the man in Hinchin. John Hinchin sends that one forward, but it's going to be marked easily by the number 87, who is unlisted for San Diego. He comes out to the near side. It's a worm-burning, finger-breaking mongrel kick. Bounces off of the shins. He's going to stay with the football now, and back in over the top. Taken in there. Again goes John Hinchin one more time, and the ball gets picked up. The 0-0 in there, which I believe is Brian Powers, and we have a whistle and
free kick on here to the San Diego Lions again. So they're right at midfield, looking to pressure again, keep this momentum on their side. They got that 1-goal lead as we speak right now, and ball is kicked right to the top of the 50, and Philly's the first one to touch it, and called a mark there for Philadelphia Eagles. So they get a little bit of a chance to kick it out, going down the right wing. Number 33 picks it up, and he's clear going down the right side.
Sean Loring off the mark by Brett Hester, and thank you for bringing up our NFL team, the Eagles. That's fantastic. Out to the near side. We get that a lot.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Going after the football there is the 21 in Rune, and the ball goes to ground as Kansas in there as well, and the ball tumbles out of bounds in front of the 21-year veteran in John Loring for the Philadelphia Hawks. He's also the coach of this Hawks side. 6-0 on the Cooper's scoreboard. San Diego the lead as the ball comes back into play. Both of these teams won big earlier today, and this might be a look to see. This might determine who makes the grand final from this Pool A, as that one is sent in. Nice mark by Loring. He was always going to take that. Sent that one in. Long kick into the middle of the ground. Sent it across, but it's picked off. And going back with the mark, I believe, was the 56th there, and Ben Glicken.
And San Diego's kept it in their forward 50. Philly is challenging for the ball. And it looks like there was a little bit of high contact there, but we're playing on. The Hawks got hands on the ball again. They're coming out the left side. Kick to the middle of the ground, right at the top of the 50. Punch forward by San Diego. Ball stays on the ground. It's the Hawks with the ball one more time. And they're coming out the right side end, straight away. Kick into the forward 50 by the San Diego, but he's tackled before he can get anything with the ball.
Loring with the tackle for Philadelphia there, and Rob Hinchin's able to get it out, looking for a Camarada, but that one is picked off again by the 87. Long kick into the middle of the ground, and the Lions, they're roaring all over the football now, and a good mark taken in front. The Hawks wanted a call, but they're not going to get it, and the 29 in there, and the old veteran Justin Valley, he goes in short. Tom Ellis will know him well on the Revolution. And the ball again is marked in the middle, and San Diego will have yet another scoring shot as turning around so we can see his number. I saw maybe a 3 there, and in fact that is Brian Steffi, another of these American veterans who have really helped the Lions this season. Steffi will walk in. Because you're mine, I walk the line, and because you're mine, I bring you this goal and 6 more points on the Cooper scoreboard to the San Diego Lions. They go to 2 straight 12. Philadelphia no score.
So Philly, unfortunately, they were trying to kick it out of their back line, and it just got intercepted, and they could not push it forward again. San Diego here with all the forward pressure in this one early. The Hawks are just looking to break out and start getting some forward pressure of their own.
An interesting piece of history, Daniel, which you might not know, but in 2010, was the last time that these two teams met. It was in Division II. San Diego won 58-7, and I was responsible for 6 of the 7 points.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a goal. It was very early on while the game was still close. It was my only goal of the season, and it's one of my proudest achievements. So that was a long time ago when I still at least could play a little bit. I'm much better at doing this, though.
Nice. How many goals did you kick at Nationals in your career?
3, actually. One in 2009, one in 2010, and I think one in 2012. I only had 7 over 7 years. 1 goal a year is a pretty good average for a full forward, right?
Yeah.
No, not really.
It's not in the same year. We'll count that as a hat trick, a Nationals hat trick here for our own Brian.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. We're waiting for the ball to come back in the middle of the ground, and there it is. Again, the score 12-0 in favor of San Diego. Brian Barish alongside Daniel Kerwin here on Cooper's Field here on Saturday. Take it away, big man.
All right, so the tap goes up, and it's heading towards Philly's half, but the Lions have got it again. Kicked a twirly, just going straight on the ground inside the 50. Handball back. Lions looking for a way through, and they've kicked it inside the 50, behind everybody, and it's the Hawks with the mark. Number 21. Kicked it straight down the middle of the ground, and luckily the first guy there was a Hawk. A little bit dangerous there, kicking it straight to the middle. The Lions were smelling blood, but the Hawks are flying high. Coming straight down the middle again, number 35, pushing down the left wing. Finally some hands on it by the Lions. Ball's hit the ground again, scrapping around the ball, and looks like it's a free kick to Philly here.
Chris Goff has been a very big link up for this Philadelphia Hawks team, but then that happens. They turn it over, and it's Brandon Blankenship, another American veteran from this Lions side. The song remains the same, tracking back but over the head as Heron got tripped. The play goes on, and here they move inside 50. They rumble it by. Hester running on quickly. Little hand pass over, a little dipsy-do action, but couldn't get to it. Staying with it there is Jack Haw. Haw lost the footy, stacks on the middle, throw a blanket over 4 players, and the boundary throw-in will happen, or the ball up rather, will happen 35 meters out. San Diego leads 12-0 over the Philadelphia Hawks. The winner of this game will go into the catbird seat tomorrow at 2-0, trying to run the table and make the grand final on ESPN 3 as he was shoved out of bounds. A little hippity something like that. I don't know what's happening, and the ball has gone out of bounds for a boundary throw, and this will happen about 50 meters around.
And the wind has picked up, and so far all the action's going downwind with the field, so the wind will play a factor in this game once again. It's no swirling wind, it's just a straight wind here. Still a nice, comfortable game temperature, and the ball was held. We're gonna have a ball up here, still right around the forward 50 for the Lions. The Eagles take the tap, but the Lions get the ball straight away, kicked right into the middle of the ground. Philly with the hands on the ball has hit the deck, racing towards the goals, but it's all Philly looking for the outlet. Down the middle of the ground again. This one hits the ground.
Well, we have a whistle downfield, and I think, it's going to be a free kick paid downfield, or it looks like a 50-meter penalty has been awarded just because it looks like Rob Hinchins still is going to have the football, and he's going to be brought up. So instead of the kick, this will actually give the Hawks a little bit of room to breathe, because instead of the ball being all the way in the back now, rather that's the 23, which is Simkis, who is in on the ruck. So Simkis goes long, and again, chopped off by the Lions, and they're going to send that one back the other direction. That one goes up over the top. Kokoris flying high. It looked like Air Jordan came up with nothing, though. And here is Hester, the former Atlanta Kookaburra, coming back the other way, and the ball will tumble out of bounds. It'll nurdle out of bounds, to use the cricket terminology, and it'll be a boundary throw. And on the Cooper scoreboard, it's San Diego 2 straight 12, Philadelphia no score.
And Philadelphia, they're still trying to attack the middle of the field. It's really getting them nowhere. We'll see what they can do on the boundary here. Ball goes back out of bounds. It's going to be another throw-in. Some hot contest there on the ball. Looks like they're going to have to find some space to kick it forward here. And it looks like they're going to throw that one again. That was a little bit of a low throw.
Everybody deserves a second chance, Danny.
There we go. It's good for people learning all over the game. I'm learning how to commentate today. There's people learning how to do the boundary umpiring. We all get better as we go. So.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm learning how to commentate too, and I've only been doing this for 6 years. So there you go. As the ball comes back into play once again up on that far side. And, we're going to do this all over again in front of the Coopers and 4 and 20. 4 and 20 pies, of course. And if you're here at the ground, make sure you get a 4 and 20 pie in your belly before they all sell out, because invariably that will happen.
They got a little bit of cheese in them. I had one already after my first game of the day, so if you like a little bit of a cheesy pie, there's a little bit of surprise in there for you.
You had the Traveler. That's what that is. That's the Traveler. Yeah, they debuted that at the Sixers game, at the 76ers game earlier this year. Boy, they are tasty. They come back in the middle of the ground. Here's Johnny Loring, who's going to send that one in for Philadelphia. Sending that one in, and once again, they're just desperation kicking the ball, and it's not going to it's just finding maroon jumpers. They find the 74 here unlisted. We'll call that 94. Well, I don't think that's Jimenez, as that one is sent forward. Ball bounces away. Loring stays with it. Ball goes to ground. forced him to get rid of it before he wanted to. They want the long option backwards, and that's what they do. That's a good decision. But the question is, how is the kick? And the ball will sail out of bounds on the full. It does throw in front of Ted Herron. There's a little bit of an argument there, but that was clearly out on the full, as we could see right in front of us. San Diego hanging on to that 12-point lead, Dan.
That's right. Now we're down the left-hand side right in front of us here in the booth. And San Diego, once again, they're taking the marks that are coming right at them. So the Eagles are not, sorry, the Hawks, they're not finding that space in their forward line yet. They're still coming up only with Lions on those forward kicks. And the Lions are inside their 50, tussle for the ball on the ground. It looks like there was some pushing up high. It looks like it's going to be a kick for, it's hard to tell right now. We're going for the Lions. Yep, the Lions got the free kick right at the 50. So the Hawks are getting in their defensive stance. It's number 5 here, Lucas Golson with the kick. He's kicking with the wind, so he should get a little bit of extra power on that kick. See if he goes all the way or if he looks for a little outlet somewhere. A few options there. The Lions got numbers upside in their 50.
Golson kicked the first goal of the game, by the way, for the Lions as he strolls in.
The kick is up. It's a little bit right side. It's not going to make it all the way. Plenty of hands down there, and it's Philly. The Hawks flies up, and he soars, and he grabs his prey. That's the footy this time.
I like that. That was Rob Hinchin, it looked like, out of the back. But again, they had just not a smart kick. They turned the ball over. And here is Dominic Graves, who played very well in the Western Regionals. He plays that one out to the far side. But again, he's turned it over. Here is Dan Greenberg, who has more hair than usual on top of his head. Greenberg, who's been around for 10 seasons, goes into the middle, and he turns it over. My goodness gracious. I feel like we're at a bakery with all these turnovers.
That was Brett Thomas for the Lions with that interception. Right on the 50 again. He looks like he's not going all the way. He's going to kick for the short option, and it only comes up Philly.
San Diego's serving up some pastries as well as Herron picks that one off, looking for John Hinchin over the head of Jay Sackey. Hinchin chasing that one off of it. He's going to stay with the footy. He's going to try and throw the shoulder in. Hinchin with a little chip kick. Just off the knee. Here is Camarada, who's thrown off the ground, or rather Canatella, who was thrown off the ground. Here's Hinchin, finds Canatella. Canatella will go inside 50. First chance for the Hawks. Ferns can't get to it. Ball goes to ground. Crawley couldn't get to it. They call him Little Creepy. Kick that one away. There's a Brady Minich, the former Columbus Jackaroo, now the Cat. Hawks have it in the middle of the ground. Looking in. Here comes Hinchin again. He's going to pick it up, try to get around. Long handball across. Little dipsy-do again. That's Rob Hinchin. Couldn't get to it. Ball goes to ground. It's all happening here. And again, that one, it looked like he dropped it, and it is a free kick. And
it was an incorrect disposal there, but it's going to go the way of the Lions on this one.
And umpire Everett with the call there. And the Hawks getting a little bit of momentum there, and it slowly just falls apart. And San Diego will go back in the other direction here as they still lead 12-0 on the Cooper scoreboard.
You can see the frustration from the Hawks there. They're just well within reach of goal, but they just could not get a clean kick at the goal there, and unfortunately turning it over there. But now it's at the boundary. See if they can win this throw-in and keep it in their forward half.
Well, the Lions, it looks like they're capturing fireflies at the moment because they're just really containing the Hawks' big men. Hinchin really hasn't gotten going. Canatella's only had a couple of touches, and the Lions come back the other way. Little chip kick over the top. Little handball. Again, looking big, hit in there, put in there by Danny Greenberg. And the man they call Greeny, because that's his last name, flattens his opponent.
Completely stopped the momentum of the Lions there. The Lions looked like they were going to go all the way down the ground, but now it's Philly going to their forward half. And Lions have kicked it right back again. So Philly chasing the ball once again. This 2-on-1 here in favor of the Hawks. Oh, the Lions with a little bit of deft dribbling along the ground there, but Philly is going to kick it out again.
Big tackle by Kokoris, the spring Hester. Big Shepherd put in there by the Lions, but that's going to be called illegal contact.
That's right. It looked like he was pretty close to the ball there, but he did catch just the entire player there, so a free kick to Philly here on this one.
They're appealing for a 50-meter penalty that they're not going to get. Sackey will look up and find Goff. Oh, coming from out of nowhere and plucking that, saying, "Thank you very much," was Rodney Weeks as he picks that one off in the middle of the ground. Now here they hand it on to Graves. Graves will kick that one up It'll go up high. It is dropped. Little handball in front. Here comes another goal from the Lions.
That's Michael Coffey with the goal for the Lions.
He has his coffee. He has his donut too, and that's what he's serving up all day long. The Lions get their third of the game. 3 straight 18 San Diego. No score for Philadelphia, and once again a mistake in the back line leads to a sausage roll there for the Lions.
That's right, so Philly trying desperately to push it forward there, and they had a lot of momentum there. As soon as the Lions get it back, again, the downwind side of the field, they're kicking straight through every time they get it down there. So that's 3 goals, no behinds yet in this entire contest.
Kicking towards the Christopher Cross side, which is with the wind, as opposed to the Bob Seeger side, which is against the wind.
There we go.
There we go. We have to fit that in somehow. Ball's back in the middle of the ground. San Diego leads by three goals as we near the end of the first half here, Dan.
That's right, and the ball up in the middle is still being under contest here. Philly's got it. They're going forward. They got a little bit of space here. They're kicking it into their forward 50. Number 31. Oh, he looked like he took it, but it spilled out as he hit the ground. Are we going to pay the mark, or what are we doing? There's a free kick to Philly. I'm not sure if we're paying the mark, if there was some foolery going on there, but
Damian Holland with the mark for Philadelphia, who's really come up big with them during this 2019 season and in their run to the Premiership last year. I think we just heard the hooter, but I'm not sure.
So he's kicking right into the wind. It's about a 45-meter kick. Let's see if he's got the boot on this one.
All right, Holland approaches the ball. Kick. Oh, boy. Uh-oh, Rexy. I don't think this one's got the distance. The ball comes down. Play continues because that wasn't our field. Staying in the middle of the ground, and now San Diego has to figure out how to get it out of the back. They do. Sending that one up high. It will drop in front of the man in number 2 there for the Hawks. Gets away. Long handball. I believe that's Dustin Jones wearing number 2 today. And the long handball back. Handball's up over the top. There's Dustin Jones. He's played for 22 seasons. Into the middle of the ground, and here comes number 10, Connell, back the other way for San Diego.
And here's San Diego clearing it straight to the middle of the ground. There's a contest there. There's plenty of Hawks around there picking that one up, but a punch forward goes in the favor of the Lions. The Hawks still are trying to clean up here. Kick wide, and number 35 for the Hawks. He's handballing it on. We're playing on. Oh, it's hitting the deck, but we got some room here. Number 27 now for the Hawks, looking forward. They're almost in the 50. Number 35's got a shot on goal. Plenty of
looks
boost.
good. Yes! What a goal there by Chris Goff from way downtown. He kicked that one from somewhere out on the Keys, and a goal for the Hawks, and boy, oh boy, did they need that. On the Cooper scoreboard, they go to 1 straight 6. They trail by 2 straight kicks. San Diego 3 straight 18. Good passage of play, and that's something that's been lacking through the first part of this half.
That's right. So once again, Philly pushing forward. This time they had the space, and when they had the space, they just got right inside the 50, and they just shot straight at goal. And we're spoiled for goals here. We got 3 goals to 1, no behinds yet in this entire contest.
Well, the good news is, I was going to say that they've been kicking the ball pretty straight and narrow, just like what they tell us to do when we're kids is be straight and narrow. This is going to be a free kick for a center square infringement against the Hawks. So here come the Lions now, looking for a Division II championship. The Hawks, of course, have not won. They've made it to 2 grand finals in Division II, trying to make the back today as the ball gets knocked around. Again, that's Robert Hinchin, who's going to lose the ball. This is dangerous in front. Good shepherd by Kokoris, who's going to get the ball from Heron. Kokoris sending that one long, and here they come. Goff had it, lost it, got another shepherd, this time from Simkis. Long kick inside 50, and again he overcooks it, and again it's another turnover, this time to Brady Minich.
That's right. So now the Lions are holding tight here at the end. Philly's really trying to get another shot at goal right before the half. We got horns going on for fields around the ground, but we're still going here on field number 1. Beautiful field number 1. We got all our sponsors painted on the field. If you haven't seen these fields, they were painted by a robot earlier this week.
The turf tank.
Pristine. That's right.
Gigi. Gotta love this shout out for Gigi here at the Premier Sports Complex here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. And our thanks to Bradenton Area Sports Commission and Visit Sarasota County as the Lions. Well, they're going to line up from here. What's the wind going to do to this? It's not going to do much. That one is straight through the middle, and a goal to the Lions there. And you can give that to...
Looks like number 29.
Yep, you can give that to Justin Valley once again. And as the players walk off the field, as the goal happens at the stroke of halftime, The score on the Coopers scoreboard, it's the San Diego Lions 4 straight 24, the Philadelphia Hawks 1 straight 6. And the story of this first half so far, Dan, has been the inability of the Hawks to really make good decisions and penetrate because the Lions are just reading the balls every single chance.
That's right, and the Lions, it just took 2 kicks for that last goal for the Lions. They're right in the center circle, 1 kick into the region of the 50, and then that kick from goal is about a 40-meter kick. So the Hawks, when they let the Lions go forward, they're really just going to pay in the price right now. They're struggling against the wind in that first half. We switched in the field for the second half, see if the Hawks can do something else while they got the wind in their favor in the second half.
Well, we'll see how they go with the win, again, to the Christopher Cross side, if you will. We're going to step aside here from the ground here on Go Live Sportscast and here at the Premier Sports Campus in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Go get a 4 and 20 pie. Go get some food over in the food tent if you haven't done so already. And the Cooper's Beer Tent is open for your business as well across the way. We're expecting a big crowd to build up in about 24 hours' time when we're here on Championship Sunday. Dan and I are going to take a break and take a breath. We're going to be right back. You're watching the 2019 USAFL National Championships from Lakewood Ranch, Florida, here on Go Live Sportscast.
All right.
Good job, fellas.
second half. Ben Markham, the umpire, is about to throw it up. Ben Markham, a former Columbus guy living in Denver now. And the Hawks soar up, they take the tap, and they're going forward. They got the wind going, and the first inside 50 is by the Hawks. Ball's rolling around, no one's got clear possession, but the ball's kicked towards the goals. Is it going to spin through? And it bounces the other way from the goals. Looks like it's hit the boundary. You're going to have a first throw in of the second half. I think that one rolled out rather than going out on the full. Looks like we'll have the throw. Yep, we got the boundary umpire rocking on over there.
All right. Well, we're going to be back here as we're underway here in the second half. How are you doing, Gabe? Back here in the second half. Again, the Hawks trailing by 3, but they have the wind. Let's see what they can do with it. But right now, it's Brian Powers moving back the other way. He has the power, he has the glory, and he has, well, he might have had a mark there, or at least his recipient may have. And here they come back in the other way. Here is Canatella. He'll kick that one inside 50, and Wind is carrying it out the back. Going after it again is Hinchin, but they're going to clear that one out, are the Lions, and the pressure forces that out on the full, and in fact, they get their wish. Great pressure put in there by the number 2. And it'll be a free kick. Now, it's an odd angle here for Chris Goff.
He can curl it in with his right foot from about 50, but not many of us can do that.
Yeah, this is John Hinchin, meanwhile, and he can torque it. And he's clearing out the water bottle there. The wind blowing kind of across him here. Let's see if they decide to scramble the Jets. Wow, that looks really good. And it makes it all the way home. John Hinchin.
Just going right over the fingers of the Lions defender there, but that's a full 6. That's exactly what I said. He curled it in right from the 50 with the right-footed strike. So
that was impressive. That might be a goal and a half right there. I mean, some style points. But on the Cooper scoreboard, it's their second goal of the game. They go to 2 straight 12, and San Diego 4 straight 24. Back, they've half the lead now.
That's right. This game of footy can change in a moment just like that if you kick a 6. And so now, yeah, they got half the points of the Lions, but we've got a whole half of footy left to play. See if the momentum stays with Philly or if the Lions can get it right back.
All right, back in the middle of the ground once again. Now they have the motion, they have the notion. Let's see what they can do here. But San Diego's going to rush that one forward. He gets away from Goff, sending that one inside 50. It's going to roll, it's going to skip. Kokoris does a good job out the back, looking for Hester out the near side. Corralled by the Lions. The turnaround shooter there was Golson as he tried to play that one in towards the middle. Cleared by the Hawks out to the near side. It'll find the field of play. It'll hang up. And a good room service banks there for Tony Ballas. Handballs it over. Picking that one up is Coffey, who has a goal. Kicks that one in toward inboard. That one will hang up in the wind. Hester is there. Minich is there. Hester couldn't get to it. And the ball will roll out of bounds for a boundary throw in. 24 plays 12. All major scores here in the second half of this one, Division 3.
And this
Division 2, sorry.
Right on the edge of the 50 here for the Lions. And ball goes up, and it's the Philly fist. It's the first to it, pushing it back out, but it's the Lions pick it up, number 24, Coffey. Philly's got it, though, the momentum down the sideline. And it's a contest here for the ball one more time. No one's got clear possession here on the sideline, and it rolls back out, closer to midfield.
Right in front of Daniel Kerwin and yours truly, I'm Brian Barish. How's it going? Here on Go Live Sportscast and here at the beautiful Premier Sports Campus here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. The ball comes spinning back in play. The ball gets knocked down. It's going to be picked up there by the 44 unlisted for San Diego. A little bit of friendly fire there. Might have gotten up high on Rob Hinchin. Ball goes to ground, scooted back. Loring going after the footy, picked up by Hester. I probably should have handballed it out towards Greeny, and he's very, very lucky that it found the field of play right in front of us. Just found maybe a little bit of paint, but in any event, it'll be a boundary throw in commentary side wing position.
And Des Cairns there for the Hawks. He went down hard. He was a little bit slow to get up. He's trundling to the sideline. Looks like the Hawks are going to be a man down for this passage of play, but they're going forward nonetheless.
Greenberg sends that one forward. It goes by Mackey, I believe that is number 34. They keep the footy. They steer it in towards the sticks. Kept in front again. There is, I think that was Round who's going after it there, number 2. Kept in front again by the Hawks. San Diego has it, however, and here come the Lions back the other way. Up. up on the far side. Trumbles that one through, and it skitters through like a cockroach on the bathroom floor. It'll roll, it'll skip, it'll hop. Kokorsk did a good job to get possession there, or was positioned, and the ball goes back in the middle of the ground. That one is hacked up over the top. Justin Muldoon going after it, the man from Philly, and that one is brought down to ground. Handballs it in. Again, looking for a long pass. Again, going inside 50. Who wants it? This is Holland. Damo Holland sends that one for goal, but it tails across, but out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw, and not the worst result in the world for Philadelphia.
Now the Hawks are coming forward again. They had one there roll right in front of the goals, but no one to put it through. And now this one again, it's going straight to the goals, but it just tailed off to the left. The throw comes in. Contest is up and hit the ground, and a Hawks down again. A little bit of hurting going on in the second, and there's a Lion down too. Slow to get up is number 35 for the Hawks. That's Chris Goff, and for the Lions, we can't tell quite who it is. He's looking at his ankle.
Meanwhile, the Hawks had a mark, and they have another one right in front.
He's taken right on the right side of the goals.
And climbing to take the ladder, climbing the ladder, a long handball in front, and Crawley, did he get it? Well, hang on a second. Yes, he did. Rowan Crawley, and it's a no, 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 yes. Like, what are you doing? But a very unselfish play to find young Rowan Crawley, and he gets his first goal in his first Nationals, or at least the first that I've seen. And on the Cooper scoreboard, we're back to one straight kick. Philadelphia, 3 straight 18. San Diego, 4 straight 24. And now it looks like it's the Lions on the back foot. It has to be this win.
That's right, yeah, so we definitely found a goal-scoring end, and that's where the Hawks are going for this second half. Again, as he said, the no, 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 yes, that was about the highest stakes you can get in this game. He was hand-passing right in front of the goals, but just getting the foot on there was his teammate, so we got the 1-goal deficit now. I think the Philadelphia's probably got their confidence up with this goal-scoring end coming their way.
Well, you see the flags. We have the Canadian, American, and Australian flags, and it looks like they've shifted direction. It looks like they're kind of blowing towards the commentary position, but the Hawks have the momentum even a little bit more, a little bit closer now as Saki dropped the pill, picked up by John Hinchin. It's a one-on-one contest up over the top. That's going to sit up for Casey. Long hand. Well, nope, not going to happen there. Big hit put on there by Cans. He turns the ball over. Canatella, that was a mark taken by the Mark 15 Canatelli. So the another former Atlanta Kookaburra, he sends that one in off the top. Mackey went after it. Ball goes down, ball cried the crowd. Mackey in there trying to mine the ball out, and San Diego has it the other way. Hinchin spins him around, ball cried the crowd, and the ball, says the umpire, free kick, and it goes to Johnny Hinchin. Now he has the wind with him, John Hinchin. Let's see if he backs himself. By the time he puts foot the ball, Danny, he'll be from about 51 meters out. Here's the kick. It's on the way. Yes! We're all square.
He learned from the wind there. The wind has shifted direction a bit. He gave it a little bit of a boomerang from the right side of the post, and it curled straight through the middle. It is all square, 4 goals apiece here. Still yet to see a behind in this game.
And the Hawks with the momentum here of having, the wind. But think about this, when they were down 24-6, they were down 4 goals to 1. But not only that, they're still, they still need to tighten up their plays here, Dan, because they're still not being accurate. They're lucky because the Lions are really giving the ball back to them, but they've really improved their play. But now they got to play a little bit smarter as we trundle towards the business end of this game.
And this is a lot of footy in 2 days here at the national tournament. Both teams, this is their second game. They didn't have a really good break between their first game and now, and you might see that a little bit. The team's getting a little bit tired. Whoever guts it out the most in the second half could be the team that wins this one.
All right, in the middle once again, and a free kick, pushing the back, awarded to Philadelphia. And now they're getting some of these calls, which is good. Well, I mean, that was the right call, but it's going to come back to the number 13 and Des Kens. And actually, it'll be Danny Greenberg, number 16, who just got married. His wife plays for the Lady Hawks, who won earlier today. That one is sent in nicely. Nice mark taken over the top.
And San Diego neutralizes it. That was number 16, Dominic Graves, with a good stop there in the 50 for the Lions. And they're going to try and push forward, try and repel this what's been a strong Hawks attack in the second half.
Nice mark, Robbie Hinchin.
Just as I say that, it's the Hawks again with the ball, and he's got an open man. Another soaring mark.
Holland from 50, Damian Holland.
That's about a torpedo kick as you're going to see.
Wow! Somebody get a hose, they're on fire. The Hawks have kicked 4 goals in a row, and they lead for the first time in this match. Philadelphia on the Cooper scoreboard, 5 straight 30. San Diego, 4 straight 24. What on earth is happening?
That's right, the previous 4 goals, they've all gone to the Hawks. This game is completely turned around. The Lions must be just in a bit of a daze. They got to try and refocus here and see what they can do. Nothing is going their way here in the second half. They've barely even kicked it into their forward 50. It's all going the Hawks.
Still a fair amount of time left, but San Diego's got to do something to really stem the tide here. It's just like a bunch of marbles rolling down a sand pit. They got to stick something in there and see if they can stop the momentum. Out of the middle of the ground, here's Canatelli, who finds it. Here's a long kick now by the Lions, up on the far side, kept in. They're looking for this tying goal. There's the kick. It goes inside 51 on the contest. Marked.
Can't quite see the number yet, but that was a good mark.
It looks like Justin Valley, I believe, which would be number 29. Your eyes are much better than mine.
So just as we were talking about the Lions needing something, here they are, about a 25-meter kick, and see if they can tie this one up. Goal ties it up.
At an odd angle, Valley steps forward. The kick is on the way. It is dead center perfect. And we're all tied once again. What a game. It's 5 straight 30 Philadelphia, 5 straight 30 San Diego. That's on the Cooper scoreboard. Buckle in, friends. This is the best game we've seen today so far.
See the adrenaline kicking in for the Lions a bit now too, so both teams are working at their top capacity here. It's going to be a really good finish to this one.
Well, we'll see what happens. And just a reminder to our TV audience and our audience on Go Live Sportscast and our audience here at Premier, there is no overtime in the pool round. It will end and this game can end in a tie, in which case percentage in the other games will be very important, Dan.
That's right. Both teams currently 1-0. So whoever wins this one takes a huge advantage going into their final group game. But we'll see. Yeah, we could see that tie.
Marked by San Diego up on the far side, and now they've taken the momentum back. That one is sent forward. Long, high kick. It is off the hands of Loring. Stays in play, and now finally it goes out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw in about the half-forward position for the Lions.
Even the throw-in here is being taken by the wind, and the Hawks are getting it out, but here come the Lions straight back. Long run there. He just puts it on his boot, kicking it straight to the full forward. Oh, is there a touch on there? I don't know if he touched it. It looks like it rolled straight through for a 6. And yeah,
touch.
Very late call on that one. I think the San Diego is ready to celebrate a goal, and then the call comes that one was touched for the game's first behind. All important behind. It gives a 1-point lead to San Diego.
Will Brett Hester's fingertip be the difference? We'll find out, but they have a 1-point lead, and Holland took the mark and then I think accidentally got some contact afterwards, as the Hawks wanting 50 meters, they're not going to get it, and slow to get up is Damo Holland.
Looks like he took that one right to the ribs. He could be a little bit winded here. He's taking his time getting up, and a little bit of a limp, but looks like he's okay.
Well, Hester is there in support if he wants to give it off, but he is a trooper, is Damian Holland. He wants them to come a little bit closer to him. San Diego leads by a point on the Cooper scoreboard. Long kick to Ollie Ferns, who juggled. He was pulled off the football, no call. Canatelli bootlegs around. Here's a kick, and it's marked.
So the Hawks coming up the field again. They're coming on the right side this time. Kicking it to the forward, but it's intercepted again. Marked by Brandon Blankenship for the Lions. And here they come down the right side. Oh, he lost the footy for a little bit in the sky. He's going to roll all the way out. So the Lions looked like they were going to switch kick it and go down the field, but now we got a throw in.
Dustin Jones was giving chase there to the man in Brian Steffi as the ball comes back into play. Ball goes to ground. After it is John Hinchin, who will bootleg around on his own right. There's a stabby kick forward. It went off hands. Ferns is giving chase. So is Holland, who looks who looks fine after being taken down. San Diego able to get it out, and that one's going to be off the fingertips. Hester is being chased, looking for Greenberg. Not a very good handle.
It looked like a throw.
Absolutely.
Wearing the rugby headgear, and he did a rugby pass, unfortunately. Not allowed in footy.
Well, here's Greenberg, who has it. Tried to get rid of the ball quickly and got rid of it a little too quickly. Greenberg sends that one up high, and another intercept mark for the Lions.
That's Rodney Weeks taking down that mark, and the Lions trying to regroup here in defense, taking their time, looking for the man up the right wing. But there's a contest here. It looks like the Hawks have it.
Brett Hester.
Brett Hester took that mark there, and now the Hawks coming straight back. A little bit of ping pong action here at midfield.
Over the top, he finds Kens. Kens will send that one into the middle. Oh, that's going to be over Canatella's head, over everybody's head. And the Hawks stay with it. As they rumble that one through, little chip up high. Hester, no good. And then digging after it is Kens. Kens can't stay with it. It's kept in. Little centering ball. It'll roll. It'll skip. Oh, no. It gets by Johnny Loring. It's a foot race. Loring fell down. They sucker that one off. And that one goes through for another behind. The Hawks will be okay with that because it's still a straight kick, the difference. On the Cooper's scoreboard, it's 5-2-32 for San Diego and 5 straight for Philadelphia, and I think they're going to bring this one back.
Looks like the flag wasn't quite waved when they did that kick in. Looks like we're going to do it all over again.
Which is a shame for the Hawks because that wastes time, and still more time being wasted. The winner of this, who would be in the catbird seat for the grand final spot, they would require a win tomorrow as Philly plays Nashville. San Diego has Houston. Long kick up the far side now. It is knocked down. Who wants it? Everybody. Throw a blanket over 10 players. Ball goes to ground, shoved out of the way.
No clear possession here. It looks like they might ball it up. Yep, so the call here now is a ball up. We're about 10 meters outside the forward 50 for the Lions. So the Hawks now 2 scores down with the 2 behinds. You know, it just takes 1 goal, but they got to make sure they kick it up into their forward 50 to get it going.
Well, they got to get the ball in their forward line first. Rob Hinchin dropped the footy. John Hinchin was almost there. Hester, who's played a hell of a game so far, sends that one out, and that one was dropped. Jones, he overran the football as well. Going over to get it is Minich. Minich will send that one forward, and that one is dropped by Cans, who has it. Shovel pass over to Greenberg. He was taken down as he got rid of the football. Mackey over to get to it. He has it. He's hit hard again by Minich. Canatelli, that was from point-blank range, and it completely surprised him. Cans got it away in the middle of the ground, and then picking that one up, that was very close to being a throw, but being sent back in the other way, there was the 31. That was Michael Ross, and that is a free kick. It will go the way of Brian Powers.
And he's kicked it right into the 50 here, right to the top contest. Oh, it looked like a Lion had the advantage there.
Free
he
kick.
did not come down with it, and it looks like he was pushed in the back. This is a free kick to the Lions, it looks like.
Free kick to the Lions. We hear sirens going off all over the field. The Lions clinging to that 2-point lead. And I don't know if time off has been paid here, but very slowly, a tick, 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 time's wasting. But he's going to get his full 30 seconds here.
So this one was Justin Valley. He wasn't the guy that got his hands on the mark, but he was right at the bottom of the pack and ended up crunched at the bottom. He gets the free kick here, about a 45-meter kick, pretty straight at goal.
Make it very difficult for the Hawks if he can kick the ball here. The kick is on the way. Oh, that one tails off to the side. He misses the lot. It's out of bounds on the full. A let off for the Hawks, but they got to work the ball down the field. There isn't much time left. A possible spot in the grand final tomorrow is in the balance. If they could win today and win tomorrow morning, the Hawks scramble the Jets out of the back.
And they're kicking from the wrong place. He thought it was going to be from the behind square, but now he's kicking out from the boundary where he was supposed to.
Well, that was a little bit of a mix-up. Here's Loring. Loring dropped the pill, went for the subway ball, and it hit all the stations. Here is Powers again, sending that one inside 50. They go up high. The ball goes down the ground. Over to get it now again. There is Kokoris. That one is sent in towards the sticks. It's going to find its way. No, it's just short. Just came up just a little bit short. And the ball gets knocked in.
Might have to rush it behind.
Oh! Here it is.
That one was A.J. Hubner.
And that might be your ball game, folks, as the Lions, as Hubner puts them in front, and that extends the lead as they go to 6-2-38. Philadelphia 5 straight 30. That's on the Cooper scoreboard. And Dan, time running out. The Hawks haven't had anything going forward in a while. San Diego might get the chocolates today.
No, there was some desperation defense there. The Hawks had a bounce go in their favor. It looked like they were going to get the goal on a kick, and it bounced straight out. But then it was Hubner there. He gathered it up, and quick as you can be, he put it on his left boot, kicks it straight through the middle. The Lions definitely got the momentum here. The Hawks, man, they got to get more than the goal now to try and get back in this game.
Tell you what, this team is full of heart. I know, I played for them for 7 years, and it looks like we have a square infringement. Yep, and we have a square infringement. Well, this is going to go to Philadelphia. Here is Goff, who will send that one forward. Inside 50, Hawks looking for a mark. They're not going to get it. The Lions do, however. They get the football, sending that one over Rob Hinchin, and it's marked on the far side. This Lions team looks very impressive. That is the final siren. Well, the San Diego Lions found themselves in an absolute war with the Philadelphia Hawks, but they have come out victorious by 8 points. The final score on the Cooper scoreboard, the San Diego Lions 6-2-38, the Philadelphia Hawks 5 straight 30. Dan, that was a hell of a game, a great effort from both sides.
Yeah, San Diego there, they got the storm, the Philly storm coming at them at the beginning of the second half. Goal after goal, that was 4 straight for the Hawks. But after that storm went through, the Lions weathered it. They got that quick goal coming back to tie the game. When they got that goal, they got their composure, and Philly tried their best. They tried to come back and unfortunately could not get the score to go in their favor there at the end.
Well, that's a tough loss for Philadelphia, but as we said, San Diego's now in the catbird seat. It also depends on what happens on this game coming up here at 2 o'clock, here on Cooper's Field at 3 o'clock actually, when Houston plays Nashville, because they're same in that group. Both of those teams have heavy losses. If they win, whoever wins, they'll have to go up. Nashville going up against Philadelphia, San Diego going up against Houston. Of course, if San Diego wins tomorrow and that game is played at 10 o'clock over on Field 3, that could be a moot point. They could be into the grand final.
That's right. You can't underestimate any team here. 6 months of play, the season on the line, every single game. Every team can get up and win, especially the way that the USAFL has gone recently with teams really evening out. And these scores have been razor thin all day long. It's been amazing.
Which is fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, Dan. Great job on commentary, mate. You have a future in this.
Thanks very much. Glad to hear.
No worries. That's going to do it for this game. We'll have the next game coming up here on Cooper's Field and on Go Live Sportscast. It's a Division 4 match between Des Moines and Minnesota Reserves. That's here on Cooper's Field and on Go Live Sportscast for the 2 o'clock hour. On Field 2, also on Go Live Sportscast, Women's Division 1 action between San Francisco and Denver, the 4-time defending champs,